Hello, my friends, Mike Shreve here, and on this page, you have a very real opportunity to develop what I believe is the most important superpower that any freelancer or consultant can develop. Now, of course, there's a lot of things you have to master as a freelancer or a consultant to be successful. You got to be good at what you do. You have to be able to talk to clients. You have to be able to, do businessy type stuff. But what I'm going to share with you here right now on this page is without a doubt the crux, the linchpin, the point at which all of those other skills rely. Now, let me tell you a little bit of a background story as to why I believe that. So when I very first started in freelancing, I had a mentor who was very strict and very like, you must do this thing. And he taught me that the key to happiness as a freelancer, as a service provider, as a consultant is what's called autonomy. You may have heard that word from a lot of scientific studies that measure happiness in workers. So for example, they say, okay, well, income up to a certain point, brings happiness, but then beyond that certain point, it doesn't actually add any happiness. Well, they found in study after study that the key to happiness as a worker of any kind is autonomy. Well, what the heck is autonomy, right? Autonomy is control. So if you think about your business as a freelancer or as a consultant or a service provider, let me run you through some scenarios in which control can actually make or break happiness. Let's say that you have a stable of clients. You've got 2 or 3 clients. One of these clients represents 60% of your income. This is a totally common scenario, right? You've got like one big client and a couple of small ones. What happens if tomorrow that client that represented such a big portion of your income decides it's over? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling anxious? Let me give you another example. Let's say that you are just starting out in freelancing, or maybe you've had a lull, you've taken a break, and you want to get some more clients again. Let's imagine that someone comes to you and they offer you a really big dollar amount to do a project that you don't necessarily want to do. Let's actually say you really don't want to do it, right? But it's a lot of money and you're like, man, I really got to do it and I don't, Let me give you one more scenario. Let's assume that you have a client and it's a good client, but it was a client you got a long time ago when your service rates were a lot lower, right? You're really not making any money off of it anymore. They're awesome and loyal and wonderful and you love them, but you're running a business and you're not making any money. And you send them an email and say, we really need to talk this over. And they send an email back and say, no, you agreed to a price a long time ago. What do you do? How are you feeling? Is it anxious? Are you worried? Well, think about why. Why would you be feeling stressed if you lost your biggest client? What sort of internal battles would you be having with yourself if somebody offered you a high ticket, big project that you didn't really want to do? And if someone refused to raise prices and grow with you, what is it that's actually causing the anxiety and the frustration and the difficulty? I'm going to tell you right now, this is what it is. It's the fact that you're not confident in your ability to get clients quickly and consistently. Consider for a moment these same scenarios. If you were able to just you knew in the back of your head, tomorrow I could get a new client. Okay, so think about it now. Your biggest client sends you an email and says it's over as of tonight, today, tomorrow, whatever. You know in the back of your mind, I can replace that person 24, 48, 72 hours because I have a system. I have a method that can replace clients very quickly. How are you feeling now? Not really stressed, right? Maybe a little bit well, I guess I got a late night tonight to do whatever it is I got to do, but you're not feeling worried. You're not stressed. You're not, oh my gosh, am I going to still be in my house by the end? Am I going to be able to pay my rent? Now let's consider the other scenarios. Somebody comes to you with a big project and you don't really want to do it. Guess what? No thanks, I don't really want to do it. I have a pretty good flow of clients and I know how to get other clients. I don't really actually need your money. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could run a freelancing business where it's not yes, I'll do this because I need money, right? That's what a job is, right? We didn't do these businesses so we could have jobs. Now, what about this other scenario? You have a client who doesn't want to grow with you. What if you were able to fire the client and replace them with one that paid better. That's why my mentor told me that autonomy is the key to basically happiness as a freelancer, service provider, consultant. It determines your lifestyle. It determines how much you can charge. It determines all of the business and the profitability and the lead flow and all of those, the cash flow, all of that. It all comes down to your ability to get new clients quickly and consistently. That's why I've put together the Fast Client Getting Workshop. It's a program that teaches you the best, not the tons of different ideas, the one very best strategy that I use for myself in emergency situations, but more importantly, that I charge clients $1,000 or $5,000 or $8,000 per month to do for them because it works that efficiently. So I have clients who need help getting clients. I just do what's in the Fast Client Getting Workshop for them, and they pay me to do it. So this program that you are looking at on this page, trying to figure out whether or not you want it, that's the method that I'm talking about. It's the road to autonomy. Okay, it's a 7-module program, and each individual module, I'll walk you step by step through everything that it takes to implement this method. So let's review it really quick, okay? It's a 7-step process for fast client getting. First is you need to understand the method. Understand the tool and the skill that you're developing. How does it fit in your tool belt as a freelancer or consultant or service provider? Is it something you do every single day? Is it something you just hold on to for emergencies? Is it just something you use to get started and get going? We're going to review that together and figure out where it fits in your particular sort of state of mind and state of being in your business right now. Number 2 is because I do this with clients, I have a lot of data beyond just myself. And so in step 2, we're going to set some goals together using real numbers. I'm going to tell you, here's what you should expect number-wise when you do this. If you want this many clients, here's how many emails you need to send. Here's how many phone calls you need to have. Here's how you need to structure it, because we know that this works for my clients. We're using the predictable system that I get paid to do for other people, and we're going to basically take that information and that data and reverse engineer for whatever goals you may have. So next, the 3rd step in our fast client getting process is to figure out how to position yourself as an expert very, very quickly. Because experts, when they go out to get clients, they're treated very differently than people who aren't experts. But here's a pro tip. Expert is relative, meaning you don't need a PhD, you don't need a master's, you don't need a ton of experience. You just need to understand what the perception of expert is and how to create it. I'm going to show you how to do that very, very quickly. And it's not unethical, it's not lying, it's not terrible. Here's the thing. If you know how to do something better than someone else, you are an expert. How much better you're able to do that doesn't really matter, especially not to the person who wants their problem solved. So for example, if you're a logo designer and somebody wants to save time by purchasing a logo, do you have to be the best logo designer ever for someone to hire you to do it because you've taken the time to learn Adobe and Photoshop and all of these different skills? No, of course not, right? Like, the client doesn't care if you're the best ever. They just want it done. So I'm going to teach you how to position yourself as an expert, build some very, very quick assets that you can use over and over and over again, predictably, so that when people interact with you, they're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. This girl knows what she's doing. And I know 100% that I can trust this person to get done what I need done, okay? Now, after we've developed that expert positioning, I'm going to teach you how to go fishing in the program. And what I mean by go fishing, it's really, really simple. We're going to go find people who are willing to pay you top prices, top dollar, in order for you to provide a service for them. I'm actually going to have you watch over my shoulder as I do it. Like, I just run through my daily process. I literally sit down, I open up the screen share, and I say, okay guys, this is what I do for my clients. First I'll check this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do that. Here's the spreadsheet that I use. You can just copy the spreadsheet that I have. Here's how I track everything and all of that stuff. That's the 4th thing that we're going to do. Next is the fifth thing, which is I'm going to teach you how to write really good emails. And by teach you how to write these really good emails, I'm actually just going to give you the templates, walk you through these templates, and show you how to use them to go contact the people who you can serve and help, whose budget is going to be big enough, whose interest in what you do is there, so you don't, it's technically cold emailing, but it's not like the cold emailing that you've ever experienced. As you've seen, and as you're about to see, some of the results from my students, they're having people book calls the same day they send an email. So in other words, they send an email to a stranger, and that stranger's like, can we get on a call later today? So these are not like cold emails that you've ever experienced. These are fun, they're enjoyable, they're low pressure. They are all about you getting out there and serving and helping other people. So I'm going to just give you the templates that are working. If ever I find new templates, you can have those new templates as well, okay? So number 6 is I'm going to teach you how to close the clients after you send out these emails with a single phone call. Okay. Now, the cool thing about this phone call is it requires zero sales ability. I'm not a fan of high pressure sales tactics. I think personally, most clients can smell a sale a mile away. So I teach what's called outcome independence sales processes, which is to say, you go into that call more like a doctor than a salesperson. You're trying to diagnose and then serve rather than push for a hard sale. Now, even with that said, even knowing that these are super low pressure phone conversations, and they're actually really fun, and you get to kind of have fun with people and ask them cool questions, even though that is the reality, some of you are still like, well, I was gonna do the Fast Client Getting Workshop until I heard you had to get on the phone. Now, there is a way, and I teach it in the program, to close the clients just with email, so you never have to get on the phone. That said, the phone call method is quicker. It's faster. I mean, to communicate over a phone call in 15 minutes takes maybe 5 to 6 emails, right? And that's back and forth. You got to wait a day. So if you want the fastest results, just be prepared to get on the phone and have some fun with some people who really need your help. And the 7th step, of course, is that I want to teach you how to take just this one small piece. Though it's an important piece, it's the ability to control your business, to have autonomy, to get clients whenever you want. I want to teach you how to take that piece and then scale it. Turn it into something more than just a strategy. So that's the 7-step process that we go through in the Fast Client Getting Workshop. Now, some of you are like, wow, this is really exciting. I'd love to be able to do this for myself, but I want to actually put an idea in your head. So not only could you take the 7-step process and do it for yourself, but you could sign up for the program right now, learn it, master it, try it for a couple days so you can understand how it works and get some results for yourself. I would actually encourage you to consider adding this Fast Client Getting strategy, this method, this skill set to what you offer clients. Remember, my friends, I do this for my clients, $1,000, $5,000, up to $8,000 a month worth. There's no reason why you couldn't sign up for this program to develop that skill that you can then offer as a service. I just wanted to put that idea out there in your mind so that you can consider it and see if that's something that you really want to do. Okay, so naturally you're probably wondering, how much is this going to cost? It sounds really cool. Sounds a little bit expensive probably, if I'm right. Normally this program is actually quite expensive. I sell it from anywhere from $400 up to $1,000 depending on what we put it all together, but I'm not going to charge you that today. And the reason is because you and I are just getting to know each other, right? And like any relationship, I'm not going to ask you to marry me on the first date, right? Instead, what I want to do is I want to charge you the $400, of course, but instead of asking for $400 up front, I actually want you to be able to get into this program for just $97 today. And then in 30 days, I'll send you another bill for $97. And then 30 days after that, another $97. And then 30 days after that, another $97. Now, what that means is you can get into this $400 program for just $97 right now. this is an opportunity for you to step in, get your toes wet, try it out, see if it works. And before I even send you the bill for the second payment, have gotten some results and some clients and seen this process at work. Maybe you've even gotten so good at it that you're now charging other people to do it, right? Before I even send you the second bill. So I really want you to see this as an opportunity to get in sort of through a back door, if that makes sense. I just want you to get in and try it and test it out. I want to impress you. I want you to get these results very, very quickly. I want you to be like, man, this Mike guy is awesome. He really actually does what he says he can do. That's my goal with this particular program. Now, because this is a pretty darn good deal, I'm only going to give you 72 hours to make the decision whether or not you want to get in at this price. Now, of course, you can get in later, but not for $97 for the first payment, okay? Later, it's going to be more expensive. That part I can guarantee. But if you want to get in right now for just 4 payments of $97, you have exactly 3 days to do that. Now, in order to make this a better deal for you so that you really feel like you're getting everything that you possibly need to be successful, my team and I have actually assembled 3 additional bonuses that are meant to augment and accelerate the results that you're going to get in already something that will get you results pretty quickly, right? So here's the 3 bonuses that we're going to give you. The first is some advanced pricing and negotiation strategies. It's a little mini course where I teach you how to better price appropriately, how to create things like multi-tiered product offerings, service ladders, and then I'm going to give you some negotiation tactics so that when you are talking to people, whether it's through this method or through some other method, you can respond to objections, you can walk them through to the sale, you can help them understand why you're so valuable. That's a free mini course that you'll get if you purchase within the next 72 hours. Additionally, and you'll get that for free, it's just a bonus, so you don't have to pay anything additional. You just chunk in your $97 now, and it's there when you show up inside the membership area. I'm also going to give you what's called the Freelancers Content and Copy Toolkit. This is 700 pages of emails and blog posts and sales letters and all of the material that you need, social media posts, everything that you could possibly need to templatize or at least have guideposts and idea generators for selling your services beyond even just the fast client getting method. And lastly, I want to give you what I call the anti-commodity formula. It's a workbook and an ebook, and in that book I teach you how to get outside of this mindset of undercharging, right? So of being afraid to ask for more, of not understanding who you serve and how you serve them in such a clear way that you can clearly describe it to other people so that those you're talking to, they're like, oh, I get what this person does. No wonder he's charging so much. It makes sense. I feel the value that you are giving me because you were able to explain it in such a clear way. So that's the anti-commodity formula. So just a really quick recap. If you purchase today at $97 or within the next 72 hours, $97, you're going to get not only the 7-module Fast Client Getting Workshop, I'm also going to give you the Advanced Pricing Strategies mini course. I'm going to give you the Freelancers Content and Copy Toolkit. I'm also going to give you the anti-commodity formula. But that is not all, as they say. I'm also going to give you 2 more reasons to buy. The first is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So not only am I saying, look, we are going to start a relationship. This is the first of many times I'm hopefully going to get to serve you by saying, normally I charge $400, but you can get in at $97 today, 94 payments of $97. Not only am I going to do that, but you could get in for $97 right now. And if it doesn't work for you, you have 30 days to decide whether or not you want to pay that second or third or fourth payment, right? So, and I'll even give you a refund of the $97 you pay today. So I really want you to feel like this is a totally protected, you have no reason to be like worried about what's this guy all about, like what's a stranger on the internet. Look, $97 in, 30-day money back guarantee. And if you decide to take action right now today, so if you order before the end of today, I want to give you one other bonus, okay? Now, I know a lot of you are really, really excited about the idea of being able to get clients really, really fast, but you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah, but Mike, you're different. You have a lot of experience. You probably have case studies and testimonials. And it's true that I do, but there is a method for those of you who have absolutely no experience at all. If you want to use the fast client getting method to make your first $1,000 in clients, 10,000, however much you want to make with this, you want this method to be the method you use to get your first couple of clients, I'm going to give you a bonus called the case study stacking method. I'm going to show you how to use the training that you're going to get already in the core fast client getting method. And I'm going to teach you how to use that to build a portfolio quickly, to build case studies quickly, so that maybe for the first day or two, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but then after day 3, day 4, day 5, you're going to be on the same level as everybody else, including me, in your ability to demonstrate expertise, to demonstrate that you are someone that this prospect can rely on. For you to be able to have the same tools in your tool belt as I do, I want to give you that fast path. It's called the case study stacking method. It's one of my favorite methods for new freelancers to get them, up to speed very, very quickly. Okay, my friends, so it's decision time, and I want to give you a really quick recap of everything that you're going to get, okay? So you're going to get the fast client getting workshop, which is 7 modules. They're video lessons. There's some downloads like the scripts and the templates. I'm going to walk you through every single step. I'll even teach you the script I use on my calls. You'll get to use all the emails that I give to my that I've written for my clients. We've got some release forms signed and they're totally cool with you using them. They work. There's tons of results of successful students being, using these templates and getting really, really good results very quickly. So that's the core of what you're getting for $97 today, right? So you get that full training program that's built to help you get results very, very quickly. Now, in order to augment and accelerate those results, I'm also going to give you the bonus of a pricing and negotiation strategies mini class so that you know how to better price yourself, you know how to deal with objections, you know how to walk people through to get to the sale, right? That's super, super important, super, super powerful. Again, skills that will last you a lifetime. Next is I want to give you the 700-page Freelancers Content and Copy Toolkit, which has all of the different tools you need for coming up with social media ideas and blog post ideas and email ideas and all sorts of stuff. It's just to augment you. It's a tool that you can use for the rest of your career. It's nice to have on your hard drive. You never know when a client might be like, hey, can you do this thing? And you just jump over to, and you look in the table of contents. You're like, oh yeah, totally, I can do that, right? The template's right here for me to do it. So that's a really, really good tool to have. And then additionally, I'm going to give you the anti-commodity formula, which will help you to better communicate your value to others, to help you get out of the commoditized market, to allow you to charge premium pricing. It's an absolute priceless set of mindset changes that allow you to have some confidence in your ability to charge prices that make it fun to run your business, right? And then lastly, if you act right now today, if you order before midnight tonight, I'm going to give you the case study stacking bonus, which is perfect for those of you who really don't feel like maybe you've got what it takes yet to be reaching out to people you don't know and saying, hey, I can help you. I'm going to give you all the tools that you need in terms of creating assets from scratch so that you can be on the same level as I am in terms of how people perceive you, how they see you, the trust that they put into you through the buying process, okay? So my friends, you can get all of that right now. Normally I charge between $400 and $1,000 for everything I just described to you, but you are going to be able to get it for just $97 today, and then it's just a total of 4 payments. So it's $97 today, and then 30 days and 30 days and 30 days, and that's it. And hopefully before you even hit that second 30-day mark, you've been able to take this program and turn it into some results for yourself. And then of course, to wrap it all up, this is all backed by a 30-day money back guarantee. So you have absolutely no risk to get started right now. I highly recommend that you act before midnight because that case study stacking video is very, very helpful, even if you are experienced on how to sort of bolster your image in the eyes of prospective clients. So my friends, the decision is yours. Below this video, there should be a frequently asked questions. If you have any questions, check there first. Also, additionally, you can send us an email at help@thenopantsproject.com if you need any clarification or anything like that. My recommendation is get in as soon as possible. You only have 72 hours to decide whether you want to get in now at $97 or whether you want to get in later at a higher price. So my friends, that's it. I hope this has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you inside of the program, and you have an awesome day.